Hi folks, and welcome to another edition of My Veg Garden. Today is Sunday the 16th of August. It's been about 4 weeks since my last video. With holiday, work and all the other things, I've just not had the time actually to spend to do a little catch-up video to tell you what I've been up to. You've probably noticed that from people like Rick Van Man, Titley's Busy Garden, Aaron's Allotment and all that. You know, there's all these pressures on our personal life that sort of make it sometimes difficult to spend the time to do the video. So it has been a little while. As I said, people who've watched my videos know I did go on holiday and came back to a few disasters. The weather played its part outside, and inside the greenhouse. The extension of the irrigation system didn't work as well. That's probably because I did it at the last minute and I didn't really test it enough, so the watering didn't go as well as it should have. But hey, it's just one of those things and that. So what I'll show you what's been up to. Sorry, I'll try again. I'll show you what I've been up to around the garden, in the greenhouse, and one or two things inside the shed. So come with me and I'll let you see what I've been up to. So just briefly inside the shed, these are the onions that are still here. I let them pull them up about a week or so before I went on holiday. I let them dry. I put some for the show, the village show that we had a week ago. So they're leaving these to dry. They're getting used as and when they're new. There wasn't many, but as I say, I was going on holiday. I knew they were going to seed, and I thought, oh, well, why? I'm not going to risk it and come back to have nothing at all. The only other thing else inside the shed is I bought some tulips. So once certain beds and all that are all finished for this season, I'm going to get these planted in so we can have some tulips at the beginning of the year. And the question is, can you pull tulips back up once they've flowered and all that and died out? Can you dig them up and take them out again and save them for next year? Don't know. So that's someone who knows about flowers can tell me, you know, what is it? Do you dig them out, put them in the bin, or do you save them for the next year? Because I'm really not sure about things like tulips. So right, let's go outside and I'll show you what we've been up to. Right, here we are. That's the, sorry about the light, folks. That there is my bed of parsnips. As you can see, gone, absolutely wild. Let's just see if we can find one. Let's just see. Yeah, starting to grow, so that's fine. I said earlier in the video about the carrots and other things going to seed. As you can probably see here, there's a whole load of them, and they were perfectly okay. The weather's just playing havoc at the moment. That was a bed of sweets. There's the moggy. Oh, it's alright, Brooke, I'm just stepping over you. Yeah, we're fine. So what I did was, there was a whole load in here that just weren't doing anything. So what I've done is I've saved the ones, as you can see, that seem to be bulbing. Let me just pull. So yeah, they're starting to bulb. So I've saved them rather than have nothing. So that's them. You remember this bed had the garlic. It's totally gone. It went to seed, went on holiday, came back, and every single one had a seed head on it. And the bulbs were only probably about that size, so sort of less than a, yes, Brooke, so sort of possibly like a 10-pence piece size as in diameter. So did it again. Same with the peas. The peas had gone absolutely crazy, hadn't grown as well. They should have, so had to rip them out. So I don't know what we do next year. Need to really have a good think about what we plan to do. The barrow that had the long carrots in, all but one went to seed as well. So don't know what I'm going to do there. This one here, we had the Monge 2 down the back there. Some of the lessons I've learned is that Monge 2, when it goes up, it doesn't grip this as well as I thought it would, the chicken wire, and it sort of flopped over into here. So the beetroots have not done, for considering how long they've been in, they've not done it as well as they should have. So I'm just going to leave them there and see whether they pick up. We'd have to think about, as I say, what we do. Let's go down here. I've already cut the halms off the potatoes. Yeah, I've already harvested two buckets of potatoes just to find out, see if we had decent ones for the show. But we've got another 8 buckets we'll need to harvest at some point, just to get them out and get them stored. Right, that's that one. Right, on to courgettes. Harvested a few courgettes yesterday. It's still prolific. One I grew my own, which was a Italian variety. Sure it was. It died. I only managed to get one to germinate properly, and then that one, as I say, planted that one. This was the ones I got from B&Q. So as you can see, I've had a few off it, and there's a few more. I've put supports on it just to make it go upwards, because it seems to do better when it goes upwards. Leeks, just turned it on. Spring onions, don't know what they've done in there. So things just seem to be going a bit awry at the moment. You know about me taking out all the onions, don't show you that before. These are the shallots. They seem to be going quite well, as you can see. Reasonable size, and just leaving them to progress. My 2 other courgette plants doing okay. You can see some small courgettes on it, keeping them going. In this bed here is my, for overwintering, this is my purple sprouting broccoli. On this side, and on this side is my hopefully going to be spring cabbage. Just needing to be really careful, because you can see I've tried to roof the height up because of the purple sprouting broccoli, but even it's beginning to touch the top of the frame. So I don't know what we need to do, because I'm terrified of the cabbage white butterfly getting in and decimating it. But it might come to the point where I need to take it off to allow it so it doesn't get damaged. So that's that. That seems to be doing all right. I've got a whole load of strawberry runners. I'll just turn around and show you. Here we go. So these were some. There's a few pots here that I'd already started, and even they have got runners on them as well. So as you can see, so I think I'm on about 30 new plants. So what I'm thinking of doing now, I'll just take you down here, because you'll see some more. I've got more. See, there's even more runners appearing. But what I'm thinking of doing is taking when I've got all these runners, if I've got enough to do the all of my plants, is take the plants out, put compost in, put the plant in, and put weed suppressant membrane on top, because I think I lose a lot of moisture out of it because of the sun. So you get a lot of evaporation of it. So we might try that. Let's pop inside the greenhouse and show you what's happening. Oh, sorry, it's a bit tight here with all the plants and that. Oh, right. You can see I've been pulling a whole load of tomatoes off that. Virtually all 4 plants here are cherry tomatoes. I've made the mistake of just having cherry tomatoes on here. I really need to have 2 cherries and 2 medium, because the sun gold taste absolutely lovely, but they ripen very quickly, and I find a lot of them burst as well. Really quickly you get them split, and as you can probably see, there's a lot of falling off because of splitting on and down to the bottom. So yeah, I don't know if I'll do sun gold next year. I might do a different variety next year, go back to my favourites like Moneymaker or something like that, or Garden Delight. I can't remember which ones. So, and outside I've only got 2 of what I'd call medium size tomatoes. So need to really have a think about what I plant next year. And you know my disaster with the cucumbers, everyone. You know, I've made it pretty plain that it was a complete disaster. Then I planted them again, but the irrigation system didn't quite work as well as it should have, and one of the plants died. So I've now only got one, but I do actually have cucumbers appearing. See there? We do have them. I'm just persevering with it. You know, so I thought it was just a matter of just sort of trying to persevere with it. I think, I don't know whether that's, see, that's sort of holding itself up there itself. It's good. So there is quite a few appearance. So we're just, oh look, that one's even better. That's probably a better one to show. See, so we are getting them. We just need to say, perseverance, which is not my strongest point, to be honest with you. Right, now I'll just show you. These are my sweet pepper. What were they called again? Oh, I've completely forgotten what type. Sweet banana version of sweet pepper. So there they are. I seem to, you know, we go down to this one as well. I really don't know what size I'm meant to get to. You know, because you know, what I've done is I've started cutting off the tops of them because someone said once you have a whole plant full of them, just stop them, so that if you get trying to grow any more and concentrate on just the fruiting them. So that's what I've done, in the hope that it makes a difference. Right, so I think that's about us, folks. Let's nip back inside. Oh. Right, folks, so right, I think that's us finished for today. As I say, it's sort of catching up with being away for so long and all that, not doing a video for about 4 weeks. It's just to sort of show you what's been happening, folks. Right, I'd like to say thanks to everyone who've watched my previous videos, watched these videos, and I really appreciate your comments, your likes, you subscribing to my channel. Right, so I'm not going to prattle on because I generally prattle on a bit. As I say, my biggest thing is I need to have a really good hard think about what I do next year, because I've had quite a number of failures. Weather possibly, but there's some other stuff that probably I could have done far better. So I need to have a really hard think and when you sit down and go through what stuff I'm planting, what do I really want to be planting, you know, you try and use my space better, in the sense of I think sometimes I've crammed too much into this one space. I think I've taken the square foot thing literally, square foot gardening thing literally, and I think sometimes it really doesn't work for me. So I need to have a really hard think about that. Right, folks, enough prattling on. I said I wouldn't prattle on, I have a little bit. Right, thanks for watching, folks. Hopefully it'll be the next week or so there'll be another video. If nothing much really happens, I don't see the point in putting another video on. I'll put one on hopefully the next week or so. Right, so thanks for watching, folks. Hope you have a good week, folks, and I'll catch you on my next video. Bye just now.